Welcome back to a brand new episode of Mastering Programming. In today's episode, I will try help you understand whether you have the mentality to be a programmer or not, whether you have that thing in you that can make you a good programmer. Now, just a heads up, this is not actually an indicator whether you're a programmer or not. When I actually had this quiz in my first semester at uni, I completely failed it, and it's a very simple question. It's a very simple riddle. I would like to think of it more than a programming quiz, but I did fail it and I couldn't do it. But then here I am now actually making money being a programmer and developing apps and different kind of programs. Now, the version of this question that I had to do when I went to university was in Java. However, because I find Python much better, we're going to use Python, and it's exactly the same method. So again, this is not something serious, but this should give you a heads up to whether or not you have that mentality to be a programmer, or at least it will give you an idea to what a programmer really thinks about. So instead of just thinking about, instead of always trying to focus on learning a new programming language, it's always very important to get into that problem solving mentality. And that's exactly what that question tries to give you. It doesn't really show any of your programming skills, but it does show your ability to fix a problem that might seem foreign or might seem like it's just not solvable at a first glance. So the question is, you have A, B, and C. A is equal to 2, B is equal to 4, and C is equal to 0. In some versions, C can just be an empty variable, and it doesn't have to be the same numbers as well, as long as each letter stands for a different number. So the question is, how do we swap the value from A to B and from B to A without ever making any of these characters carry more than one number? So how can we swap these two values? How can we make it so that A carries 4 and that B carries 2? What can you do to do that? If you know the answer, please make sure you write it down in the comments, or if you don't know, pause the video, make sure you give yourself some time, think about it, and then we will get back to it. At no stage can a number have both 4 and 2 at the same time, so you can only have one value. Okay, so for those of you who managed to actually get any answer, whether it's right or wrong, please make sure you write it down in the comments so others can see it, and let us know your thought process and how you actually reach that level. If you find it difficult and you couldn't come to any conclusion, please let me know again. Let us know again in the comments exactly what you found hard and why you couldn't do it. For now, let's actually walk through it and understand what we need to do. So we know that we need to swap 4 and 2 together. However, we have 3 letters. At no stage can we have any of these characters carrying the 2 numbers. So let's try do what's obvious. Let's try swap A and B. So let's go ahead and say A is equal to B and B is equal to A. Let's go ahead and print A, and let's go ahead and print B. And just so that we know what are we actually printing, maybe we can go ahead and put A just like this, and then B, B just like this. Obviously here we forgot to add the comma. There we go. Now let's go ahead, save this and print this and see whether this solution will work or not. There we go. As you can see, we have an issue. We did not swap the numbers. As you can see, over here we managed to get that A is equal to 4, so that's good. We managed to swap that. But then B was equal to 4 too. It was not equal to 2. So why did this happen? Well, let's have a look at our action over here. What did we do? We said that A is equal to B, so A is now carrying the value of 4. It's no longer carrying the value of 2. So when we said that B is equal to A, well, we changed the value of A over here from 2 to 4. So now B is equal to A, which is now equal to 4. So that's why this solution did not work. Well, what else can we do? We can try, and this is the correct solution, is do the following. We can say that C is equal to B. So C is now equal to 4. We can then say that A is equal to B as well. And then we can say that B is equal to C. Obviously, I did a mistake here, and that is that this should have been A. So we are storing, and actually before we begin, let's go ahead and test this and see whether or not it will work. So let's save and run. And as you can see, now A carries the value of 4 and B carries the value of 2, which means that we have successfully swapped the values from A to B. Now, how did this work and why did it actually work? Well, we can probably zoom in a little bit and try and understand this a little bit more. When we said the reason why the first solution didn't work, and let me just write it down over here, we did A is equal to B and then B is equal to A. It didn't work because we swapped the value of A from 2 to 4 and then we said that we want B to be equal to A, which is equal to 4. So this did not work. Now obviously here our only problem is that the value of A changed, so it's no longer 2. So how do we solve this problem? Well, all we need to do is we need another character, which luckily we have, which is C, to temporarily carry the value of 2 so that when the value of A, so when A changes we can still remember what it carried and give that to B. And that's exactly what we're doing. We're saying, alright, C, we want you to carry the value of A because A is going to change, but we want to remember the original value. We then change A from the original value to the value of B, and then we say that B is equal to C, which is carrying the original value of A. And that's how we simply solve this problem. It's very simple. It's just, honestly, it was just 3 lines of code, so it's not really designed to demonstrate your programming level or your skills or anything like that, but it really is there to just show you whether or not you're able to solve a problem. This is not a kind of problem that you will find in a normal quiz or in a math test or anything like that, but your brain actually solved it throughout its day on so many different levels. And there are much more and many different versions of this riddle that are not programming related, but it's exactly the same, having to swap 2 things together so that you can get a third outcome. It's very simple, it's very easy, and my message here is that programming is not really about the language. Anyone can learn any programming language. You can learn as many programming languages as you want. You can know it better than your tutors or your lecturers themselves, but that doesn't mean that you're a programmer. To be a programmer, you really do need to have that thing in you where you can solve a problem, where you can be introduced to a new problem that you've never seen before, and you're introduced to new values that you've never seen before, and you teach yourself what before and as you're solving the problem, how to actually solve it without having to learn it before. And to do that, the only thing you need to learn is how to teach yourself, or how to recognize a problem, or how to identify the problem within the actual problem, and manage to fix it by separating the problem and then planning exactly what you're going to do and doing it. Note that one of the things here that probably threw you off is that we never actually mentioned C. We said it existed, but we never said what you need to do with it. So you only focused on the 2 values that we said you need to act and you need to change, while C was always available for you to use. Thank you so much for watching. I really do appreciate you watching this video, and I hope you did like it. I hope if you liked it that you click on that subscribe button, you click on that like button, leave a comment below, tell me if I'm completely wrong and if I just pissed you off completely about the whole idea of programming. Also, if you have any questions below, please make sure you do leave them in the comments. Thanks so much for watching another time, and have a good day.